Today I'm going to be doing a demo on a full arm service. I'm going to start by cleansing the full arm with rubbing alcohol. And we do include the hands and fingers in the full arm service. And if you're doing a half arm, it's going to be from the elbow down, and it will include the hands. If you're doing a half arm and it's the top part, it's going to be from above the elbow up, and it does not include the hands. So just going to finish cleansing up with the alcohol, and we're done with that step. Next, I'm going to go in and do her hand. With the fingers, you're going to do just really light pressure using one finger, putting your ball down and flicking fast. And you're going to want to tangle that hair up into the ball. Do you want to just keep working up the hand, doing the back of the hand and making your way up to the wrist area. And again, the wrist, the hands, the fingers are all areas where it's very easy to get stuck. So make sure that you're thinning that sugar out really good and you have nice, good control. Pull past, let it sink, and flick hard. Commit to those pulls. I'm going to start by sugaring the area with the least amount of hair and then working into the areas that have more hair. So have your client flip their arm over, and you're going to lay your first strip down on this area of the forearm that has a lot less hair. And then doing the arm is one of the more difficult services when it comes to positioning your client. You can have them lay down or sit up, but overall you'll have to be moving around a lot and trying to find a good angle to remove the sugar in the direction of hair growth. Next, this hair grows kind of down this way, so I'm going to come up and across, and I'm standing across the other side of my client so I can get a good angle on my application and removal of the sugar paste. So just keep working that in, passing over it several times, letting it sink, flick parallel to the skin, and at the end, press and flick. Perfect. And then, like the backs of the legs, it kind of grows out. So we're gonna be applying this way. And so I'm gonna come across the hair this way. Make sure you're using this hand to pull the skin tight behind. And flicking hard. I'm going to keep working up in a diagonal motion. Make sure you're passing over it several times, that the hair is tangled up in the sugar really good. Pull past, pressure, flick hard. Same thing. So we commit to those pulls. Oh, getting sugar all over your hand. And then again, just continuing to work my way up. I've already cleaned the space up behind my strip. So when I pull past, I have something clean to pull into. So I'm just really working the sugar into the hair, using this hand to pull up and tight. Pull past, And make sure you follow the round of the arm as you flick so that you're pulling parallel to the skin as you work. And then just continue working up in the same manner, tangling the hair really good. Several passes on each strip. Pressure, pull past, and flick fast. Perfect. And you can add powder throughout if you feel you need it. I don't like working with a lot of powder, but some specialists like to use a lot of powder. So you will find what works best for you. If you're getting stuck on the skin, it's likely because you need more powder. Just gonna go back and clean up the few that got left behind. And once you have like most of the hair gone, you can go back in with like larger strips just to clean up and pick up any hair that may be left behind. Next, I'm gonna position my client this way so that I can clean up this back area. The area is growing up towards her elbow on this side, so I'm just gonna apply in this direction here. Making sure I'm passing several times, letting it sink at the end, committing to that pull. And then the direction is down. So I'm gonna change my direction just a bit. If you get a couple left behind, just go in and do the twirl and flick method. Just gonna apply a little bit more powder. Just really sink that in. Pull past at the end, let it ribbon, and then flick fast. And I've used the same ball for her entire arm so far, and it is still working pretty well. But as you get more comfortable with the sugar, you'll know when you need to change, when the consistency is off, or if it's not picking up hair any longer, or if it just gets too soft and it's flinging all over the place. That may be a good indication that you need new sugar as well. And then next we're gonna do the elbow. The elbow's an area that's really easy to get stuck as well. I'm gonna do this lower area because the hair is growing out this way. So I'm gonna be applying this way and flicking down and across. Commit to your pulls on the elbow. It is very easy to get stuck anywhere with dry skin. Elbows, knees, ankles, wrists, fingers. Definitely don't get it on the soles of your feet or the palms of your hand, or it'll never come off. You will have to rinse it. Perfect. And then one more across the top of the elbow. And then for the part that's right over the elbow, it tends to be the driest. I like to kind of pull it up and over and just with light pressure, just tangle it and then pressure flick. Perfect. I'm gonna get just over the bend of the arm. Perfect. Here we're gonna do just into the crease of the elbow. Just like the backs of the knees, you don't have to stress as much as you would with waxing, but you do want to make sure your sugar is applied thinly and that we're pulling very parallel to the skin. If we flick up, you can suction the skin up and cause bruising there and anywhere else on the body. It's typically caused by not pulling parallel to the skin and pulling straight up instead. And then after that, we would stop here because that would be considered a half arm. And then if they wanted the upper half of the arm, it would include from that point where we stopped up, and it would not include the hands. So after I get repositioned, I'm going to show you how to do the upper part of the arm. Next, I'm gonna position my client laying facing me so that I can get this part of their upper arm. And I'm just gonna apply straight up because the hair is growing straight down. And this is similar to how we would do like the leg service. Now that we have a little bit of a flatter working space where the hair is growing in a downward manner. Several passes, pull tight, press hard, flick. I'm following my strip with this second hand to continue pulling tight as I work down and to apply that pressure to take out some of the sting. All right, rotate your arm just a little bit this way. Perfect. Just gonna get right here on the bicep. All right, roll your arm this way. Perfect. And my body is positioned up more near her head so that I have a good angle on the application and removal to use good ergonomics so I'm not too hunched over and I'm not, you know, positioned in an awkward way. Good. Perfect. Next, I'm going to apply our Recover Soothing Gel to the entire arm. And then I do like to let the clients know that it can be a little bit sticky sometimes when it starts to dry, but once it completely dries, that stickiness goes away. And here, if you want to take a look, we can see both arms and the difference between the two. And you may see some of this red stippling happening. That's totally normal. You'll see it anytime you do a large service, legs, back, chest, anywhere, arms. It's completely normal. It usually goes away in a couple hours, so you can let your client know that that is a normal reaction to the hair removal. All right, and that's all.